welcome to or welcome back to my channel. Sorry that this is like shaking. The setup is less than ideal. There hasn't been a car for the past half an hour. Of course now there is. Anyways, the setup is not ideal. My laptop is on a laundry hamper. My microphone is sitting on my laptop, and give me a second, sorry. And I also have a drink sitting on my laptop, which is probably a bit bold, but you know what? Hey, we're just gonna go at it. Also, if you can hear like my laptop fighting for its life, ignore. My luck. But anyways, today I wanted to do a little bit of a neighborhood gossip. Not that I really have a whole lot of gossip, but it's just like random stuff that's been happening around my neck of the woods. Some of it is crazy, but it's like they're good stories to tell, you know. So anyways, I want to say that this is inspired by my goodness, Grace V ASMR, Grace V, and her neighborhood gossip roleplays, which I think she said she got the idea from Southern Sounds ASMR. So just credit where credit is due, as Grace always says. Goodness gracious, this thing is like shaking. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna try not to move so much, but unfortunately I am easily excitable. So anyways, first and foremost, I have my favorite lip gloss, Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme. Never had the regular, so I don't know what the difference is, but sorry if you came here for just talking and you don't like lip gloss, but like lip gloss sounds. Okay, so anyways, there's a lot on that. Okay. I just wanted to start with that. Not sponsored. Too Faced, sponsor me. I'm sorry guys, I just got home from the gym and I'm crazy. But, oh, also I got my hair dyed. I am blonde again, so I didn't like it at first, but no, okay, this is not what this is about. But anyways, yeah. So I think I'm gonna start with the craziest piece of news. So about a month and a half ago, I'd say a month, no, maybe 2 months at this point, probably closer to 2. I was sitting in my room. I think I was laying in bed. Wait, this was right after Easter actually, because was laying in bed and I was like, oh, I kind of want to eat some Easter candy. And I think I had stuff I needed to do, but I was just like being lazy and probably scrolling on my phone. But, laying in bed, chillaxing. And then I hear this noise, and I was like, I think that was a gunshot. Which wouldn't be surprising because there are a lot of shootings in the city that I live in. Like, it's pretty frequent. Which isn't a good thing at all, it's horrible. But like, it's just like, it's not, sorry, oh my gosh, it's not weird for there to be shootings around here. So I didn't really think anything of it, right? I was just like, okay, whatever. I hope that everybody's okay, but, and then I started to hear sirens. I was like, okay, maybe it actually was a gunshot, because I've always heard this thing of like, gunshots sound like fireworks, and fireworks sound like gunshots or something. I don't really know. But anyways, I started to hear sirens, and I didn't really think anything of it until it struck me that they kept stopping, like right as they got in front of my house, and I was like, I think it happened right outside my house. So I go downstairs, right? And there's like a front, like a closed in front porch, sunroom type area at the front of my house. And so, oh wait, no, that's not where I went. Well, I went there after, but I looked out the window, in my stairwell, and I was like, there's police cars out, in my street. I was like, oh, that's nice. But I was like, I don't know what happened. And so I like went out into that porch area that I just described, and I was like hardcore snooping, like I wanted to know what happened, because there was about 8 police cars, an ambulance, there might have been a fire truck, I don't remember, but I was just like, oh, yeah, it literally happened right in front of my house. And like, well, all of my neighbors were out. Like, I don't think anybody was home in the house on the one side of me, but my neighbor on the other side was out on his porch. Everybody across the street, sorry, everybody across the street, they were out in their yards on their porches. And then I saw a police officer walk up to my neighbor who wasn't home's house, and I was like, oh. And then he walked up to my house, and I had to tell him, well, he was like, hey, I saw that you have like Ring doorbell and stuff, like, did you get anything? I was like, I don't think so, but I can double check. I didn't, but yeah, so somebody got shot. Boo. Which is awful. And I'm not laughing about somebody getting shot. I'm laughing about, like, that was crazy. It was kind of scary. And I was home alone at the time. Like, my roommates were home. And so, actually, my one roommate had gone to the store with her mom, and she couldn't get back down our street because our whole block was, like, blocked off. So, that was kind of bummers. But anyways, that's the most exciting thing. And then here, I'm gonna tell you guys this other crazy story that didn't happen, like, on my was getting ready to take a test to become licensed to sell insurance, right? So he needed to study, but I was like, oh, it's so nice outside, let's go to a park. So I had been to this park once before, just once, but it was pretty nice. And there's like some baseball fields, and I think a trail that you could walk on, but I couldn't find it when I was there the last time. I didn't look very hard, but I did find a tree that was like, it was a perfect fit to sit underneath. And so I was just like, oh, we can go here because they have like picnic tables and stuff. And I also bought a blanket if we wanted to sit in the grass. So we went and we ate lunch at this picnic table. And then like as we were finishing eating, like I think I was done and he was just like picking. So basically, if I was sitting at the say like me right now, I'm sitting at the picnic table. My boyfriend's sitting opposite of me, and then like across the way, where I guess like there's a part of a trail or something. I think, I don't know. There's like some trees, but then I think it was a trail. This guy walks out of like behind the trees, and I was like, oh, he's just like coming back to the parking lot because we were by the parking lot, like to leave or something, right? But he like kept looking at us, and I was like, that's weird. Like there's a lot of weird people where I live, because I live in the city right now, and I grew up in a really small town, but now I live in the city while I'm going to school. I mean, I'm not in school right now, but you guys know I bought a house, whatever. And so he like was looking at us, and I was just like, I hope he doesn't come try to talk to us, because I hate when men come try to talk to me. I don't want you to. I don't. Maybe if you have a dog and I have my dog and you're like, oh, what's your dog's name? Because that happened to me one time, and I was like, yeah, this is my dog, whatever. Anyway, so I was just like trying to not like look at him and make eye contact or anything, but he like started walking to our table. Like it wasn't even a maybe anymore. It was like, oh, this guy is walking towards us. And so he walks up and is like trying to like say hi or whatever. But then like he does not speak any English, which like, okay, I don't have a problem with him, but we were struggling to like understand what he was saying, and I think he was struggling to understand us. But also like the vibes he was giving off. This is the point in like a true crime podcast where it's like something is up, or in like a horror movie where it's like, leave, like go home right now, because he was just like giving off bad vibes, right? And so my boyfriend was like trying to figure out like, do you want something to eat, or like, do you want some water or some juice? Because I mean, that's like all that we had to offer. And there are like, there's a decent homeless population around where we live, so we were like, maybe this guy was like, he was trying to talk to me, and we're just like, what? Like, and my boyfriend was like, don't talk to her, talk to me. And then the guy started trying to say something about money. Well, he was like gesturing to me, and we're like, we don't have any money. And then he goes, no, and he pulls out his wallet. I'm sorry. He pulls out his wallet. And my boyfriend's like, no, I don't, like, we don't know what you want. But it, like, you're making us really uncomfortable. Like, no. And then, so my boyfriend started, like, scolding him. I was like, you need to leave. You need to leave right now. And so, but this guy, when it's up staring at me, he's like, no, stop looking at her. You need to leave. And so, it's not that funny. It was kind of scary. He's like, I don't even know if this video has digressed so much. Sorry. But he's like, no, like, go, get out of here. And so, this guy, like, he's like poutingly walks away. And he goes and he just sits on another picnic table. Like, probably a good, like, 40 feet from us. Like, he's still, like, looking at us, but he's, like, kind of pouting and, like, and then my boyfriend's like, let's go. Like, no. I was like, good. Like, that was horrible. I was like, this guy just tried to, like, buy me or something. Like, oh my gosh. It was so scary. I hope I haven't told you guys this story before. I don't think I did. But if I did, I'm sorry. I don't think I did. But anyways, yeah, so this guy, like, tried to buy me or something, which was crazy. Okay. But the things you see around here, you can't beat it. So anyways, now this is some more like actual neighborhood gossip right here, because that was, I mean, like, it's kind of in the neighborhood, a couple blocks away. Also, in that same area, before I come back to the actual neighborhood, in that same area, my Planet Fitness that I go to is over there, over a couple blocks away or whatever. And on Tuesday, I went over there, right? I was so ready to go to the gym because I want to get back into a routine. I was like, let's get it. Tuesday, second day in a row of going to the gym. Like, I had been having a really good day, so I was ready to finish off strong. And I get there, and it's pitch black. What? Like, I was literally here last Tuesday. Why is it pitch black? The power was out. They were having, like, electrical issues. I was like, oh my gosh. Anyways, I digress. So back in the neighborhood. So, we've been living here for almost a year. Not quite, but we're getting close to a year of being in this house. And anyways, so I've got these neighbors that we share a driveway with them. And like they're super cool about it because they know that there's it's on my laptop, but anyways, they know there's three college kids that live here. One of them, she's living with her parents right now, but there's like three of us, so, and we each have our own vehicle, So sometimes we park in ways where it's like, oh, well, the person who's in the furthest needs to leave the earliest. And they're super cool about letting us use their driveway and whatnot. But it's really bizarre because, it's like there's inside the house there's a lady and then two little kids, two little toddlers. They're twin boys. They're so cute. I'm like obsessed with them. Every time I go outside and they're outside or if they're in the window, they'll go, hi, 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 hi. I'm like, hi. They're so sweet. And like if they're playing in the driveway and I'm like trying to leave, they're like, hi. But so they live in the house, but then the little toddler's parents live in like the garage, which is just, I don't really know what the deal is. But the neighbor on the opposite side of us, when we were first moving in, my mom she's such a yapper. So she went over there and she was yapping with them, or with the lady. I think it's a couple that lives next door. And so she was yapping with the lady, and the lady was like telling her about the people who live on the other side. And she was like kind of dissing them, which is so rude because they're like actually pretty nice. But I think she said it might be something with CPS, but I don't know. I don't really know the details. But I do know that that they're all really nice, and I've never had any problems with them. Like they've used our trash cans one time because they were like throwing a bunch of stuff out, but they took it down to the road for us, which was so nice. And then like if we're trying to leave and they're like, do you need us to move? Like if they're outside, they'll be like, do you need us to move? Which is like so thoughtful of them. And so it was either last week or I think it was earlier this week. The lady that lives in the garage, which is the twins' mom, she's like, hey, like I had just gone home and I was getting out of my car, yeah. And she was like, hey, she's like, do you know anybody that might want a painted turtle, like as a pet? And I was like, not that I can think of off the top of my head. She was like, oh, cause I found one, and I've got it in my little kiddie pool right now, but like I don't know what to do with it. So she just had a turtle like for a while, and I guess she offered it to my boyfriend one time, which is so funny. But I think they must have got rid of it because I think the pool was turned over today. So hopefully they gave it to somebody or like took it to a pond. But yeah, so that's goofy. I'm trying to think. Oh my gosh. So the people on the other side of me as those people with the turtle, like a couple weeks ago, so I was in my room. I think I was hanging out with my boyfriend. I don't know what we were doing, but I had my window open. And so the windows in my room are on the side where their house is. And all of a sudden I just hear this kind of crashing noise, and I was like, that's weird. But I wanted to look, but I didn't want to seem like I was snooping if they were outside doing something. conversation with them. I've like seen them back there and stuff, but it's just this guy. I think I've never seen anybody else other than maybe another guy. But I guess one day my roommate was like taking out the trash, and the guy was like, "Hey, buddy," and he was like, "I just came inside. I don't like when people call me buddy," but yeah, that's the haps around Hell's neighborhood. Lots of chaos, but yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed my stories,